Heyo, it's me, Harper Savage, and today is another Inktober day. We're on day 6, and the prompt is golden. Well, here's my sketchbook. Let's get into it. So, today's prompt is golden, so I'm going to be drawing something and making it gold. I've settled on the idea of drawing a death's head moth, because it has like a cool skelly head in the middle of it, and I just really thought that was interesting looking. My other plan was like a scarab beetle, but I feel like that's a little overdone. Not that, you know, death's head moths aren't overdone, it's just in this particular fashion with the golden, and you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. So I'm gonna start with a little head and a big chunky body. I like them because they have big chunky body. And cute and ferocious all at the same time. Kind of like eyeball the measurements here to see if this is gonna be centered enough. And their wingies are like interesting shape. They're not like very typical shape wings that you would think would be on a moth for some reason. Or a butterfly, I guess. I think I could actually make this whole thing bigger. Here we are, already erasing everything. So I'm gonna just like mark the center point here, a tiny little like dent, and I'm gonna, maybe I'll like kind of plan out the wings first to see like how big everything else should be. Let me not draw while erasing, Jesus. So I kind of have like an idea in mind about how I want to go about this upper body part here, but for now I'm just like drawing in a shape, and now I feel like I could properly draw on the wings and do the same on the other side. Try to get the lengths to kind of match with my fingies here. Gotta like turn my body in such a way. Okay, I have the basic shape here that I want, and now I'm gonna go in and kind of like make it my own now that I have like what I feel like is the obvious shape for this moth. So I was thinking maybe instead of it being like a skull pattern, maybe it's like an actual skull for the like torso area. I just gotta make a skull that looks kind of convincing though. Oh no, looks kind of sad. Okay, I spent a lot of time on the skull and I think it's time to move on. Alright, it is now time for the wings. Oh boy. I'm kind of following a pattern of a real one. And then I'm gonna kind of try to put my own flair to it afterwards. I'm just kind of adding more stuff to these now, whether or not it's accurate or even a thing. Just like basically whatever I feel like looks good. Okay, I spent a long time on this sketch, but like I kind of like added piercings almost to like some of the wing edges, and I also added like the shapey thing. I forget what it's called. It's like yeah, I think. Alright, I kind of sort of lightened my lines here. I didn't spend too much time on that because I don't like touching the kneaded eraser. I'm gonna be using this 0.1 sized micron for the like first set of outlines, and then I'm gonna work on the background and then do the final set of outlines, if that makes any sense. Because I want to fill in the whole background too, but I want to be able to see the lines still, you know? The problem we had the other day, it's here now. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start lining. it is time to let this dry for a minute, and then I'll go in and erase everything, and we'll start getting with the painting and the golding. Alright, the pencil lines are mostly erased, and now I'm gonna use my scrap paper that we've been using. And I'm gonna put it behind here because we're gonna be painting the background. I'm thinking I'm gonna use some of my watercolor inks for the background, and I'm gonna go with this purple color and probably mix in some of this blue color too. I want the background to be kind of dark so that the gold stuff will pop up more, or pop out more, whatever. So I'm just like putting water down first, just a little, not like a whole lot. Look at that. So I'm gonna just spread this out. I don't really care if it gets on the background design at all, because I'm gonna go over that with like gold and stuff. And that usually goes over top of colors. I do have to be mindful that this is not watercolor paper, so the colors might not break down. Alright, I'm gonna see how this looks when it's dried, and I'll get back to you. Okay, it is all dry for the most part. It's a little damp, but it's not like coming up now. I didn't quite hit this edge as much as I had wanted, but I think it's still pretty good looking. So I'm gonna go in with black first. I'm gonna be using my ink vial that I keep trying to use up for the black. Start with, I have other brushes here to help me get into smaller areas. Let's get started. And now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. That is adding gold. I'm going to be trying out this Winsor & Newton gold here. I gotta shake it first though. Okay, I shook it and then I mixed it as well because a lot of the pigment was stuck on the bottom. But let's get into it. Oh my god. I was hoping it'd be a bit more opaque, but because right now I can still see through it. I know for you guys it's just shiny. We'll see how it dries and judge it after that. It is smudging the ink that's like, I guess it wasn't fully dry yet. Oh, oh my god. Whoops. Was not paying attention. Hopefully we can fix it up. That's something to keep in mind. They'll work in definitely dry areas. So it's definitely like bleeding a lot where some of the black ink, I guess, wasn't 100% dry. So I think I'm gonna wait to continue. I know that this ink is like a mixed concoction of them, so I like kind of doubt that it's waterproof. So I'm not surprised that it's bleeding, but I want to see if letting it dry longer will help. Alright, it's now time for some like details and fixing up the line work. I grabbed my gold Posca because I don't have the patience to wait for this to dry any longer. And I'm just gonna color in some of the details that I couldn't get with the brush. Alright, I did want to outline the thing in the background, but like, we're coming up in 2 hours here. So I'm gonna call this done. I do really like it. From my angle, it is very transparent. You can see there that I could see the paper through it, but like at other angles, it looks really great. I'm a little disappointed about it blending in some places, the inks. That's just because this one here in my little jar is not waterproof. So I kind of should have seen that coming. I did think the Winsor & Newton was going to be a little bit thicker though, and it keeps separating like within minutes, like all that on the bottom, that's the pigment stuck to the jar. I am curious about how it will work in a pen. So I might have to give that a try next time. See if the metallic comes out better as a pen instead of as like a paint, you know? I tried to fix it up, but as you could see, like once the gold was on there, it was just not going to go away. I think it's cool. It's definitely like a good concept I think I'm going to revisit someday. But that is going to be my prompt for Golden. Now, if you want to check out another cool video, you can go ahead and hit the link here. And if you want to check out on anything you missed, you can go ahead and click the link here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to do all the cool YouTube things of comment, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!